What appeared to be very much past due has at last occurred. The federal authorities have made a move, and Diddy will now be taken to jail. The word is getting out far and wide, and watchers are snared. Everybody needs to share their considerations, and 50 Penny is one of them. An ever-increasing number of implicit insights are surfacing about Diddy, as his greatest opponent, 50 Penny, has likewise spilled proof of Puff's freak-off film. For decades, the rap mogul has fought against litigations and somehow always found a way out. However, this case does not seem so easy this time. After Puff's leaked footage of physically violating Cassie Ventura, it appears the music producer has no more cards left to play. Diddy's parties have always been the center of media attention, filled with plenty of rumors. The Fed's recent raid has provided more fuel to these speculations. Adding to the drama, tea is being spilled by Diddy's co-workers and competitors like 50 Cent, suggesting Puff has hit a dead end. On Monday, September 16th, Puff was arrested by officials at a New York City hotel. Homeland Security investigations detained the artist on charges of inappropriate physical behavior and unethical practices. Do you have a bottle of lube at your home? If so, how many? Seems like a weird question, doesn't it? Well, you won't be so surprised after hearing the number of bottles confiscated by the authorities from Diddy's home during the raid. Not one, not two, but allegedly over 1,000 bottles of baby oil and personal lubricant. According to officials, Puff would use the lubricants during his freak-offs, where the rapper allegedly hit, kicked, threw objects at, and dragged victims at times by their hair. 50 Cent took a dig at this disclosure made by government officials. On September 17th, he posted a picture alongside Drew Barrymore, but what grabbed viewers' attention was the double-meaning caption. The G-Unit mogul wrote, "Here I am keeping good company with at the Drew Barrymore show, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house." The authorities are calling these instances freak-offs, where Diddy is allegedly involved in inappropriate acts. According to the indictment, these freak-offs were elaborate and produced sex performances that Combs arranged, directed, masturbated during, and often electronically recorded. This also involved hiring workers for physical advantage. According to the government's indictment, Diddy would use force, threats of force, and coercion to make women participate in his shows. The hip-hop artist allegedly baited the women by offering romantic relationships, but once they were in his trap, he supplied them with drugs to keep the victims obedient and compliant. 50 Cent has also been deeply involved in uncovering hidden truths about his rival. Their conflict goes back decades. In 2006, Curtis released a diss track against Puff, blaming him for being involved in the death of Notorious B.I.G. The lyrics went, "I guess this means I won't be invited to the white parties in the Hamptons," directly targeting Puff's famous parties. Cent has spoken openly about Diddy's parties, stating, "I've been very vocal about not going to Puffy's parties and doing like that. I've been staying out of that for years. It's just an uncomfortable energy connected to it. And that's not all." 50 also disclosed a bizarre offer Puff made to him. "He asked to take me shopping," 50 claimed. "I thought that was the weirdest set in the world because that might be something a man says to a woman. I was like, nah, I'm not f***ing with this weird energy or weird set." After that, I wasn't comfortable around him. According to 50 Cent, Combs is nothing but a liar. Referring to the Cassie Ventura case, he highlighted how Puff initially denied the claims, but after the footage leaked supporting Ventura's allegations, the rapper apologized and admitted to his actions. First, he denied that it even happened, and then the tape comes out. So that means everything that N-word says is a lie. 50 Cent also mentioned how Puff has used force against people to get what he wants, and how his influence and contacts have often saved him from facing the consequences. Regarding the leaked footage of Ventura and Puff's violent actions, 50 said, "When someone watches that, if they have a daughter, they can imagine her in those circumstances. That's just crazy. They let him get away with it. With all the influence and power you have, the person you're with should want to be part of your life, not be forced." The recent indictment against Diddy confirms that he threatened victims' careers and livelihoods if they refused to participate in his freak-offs. 50 Cent clarified that he and Diddy were never friends, despite working together. "It was mostly work. I wouldn't call it a friendship, because there wouldn't be disappointment if we didn't speak to each other," he said. Curtis also raised concerns about Diddy's business ethics, stating, "I didn't ever party or hang out with him. Puff is a businessman. When people call him a producer, I see people who were taken advantage of, who produced things he took credit for. He's not a producer. He's been able to take advantage of the business and the creatives in it. I don't have any interest in doing that. I actually fall under the creative category, so I didn't hang out with him. Their rivalry even led 50 Cent to produce a documentary about Diddy. Confirming the project, his team stated, "I can confirm that the untitled Diddy documentary is in development through G-Unit Film and Television, with Curtis 50 Cent Jackson serving as executive producer." They added that all proceeds from the release would be donated to victims of physical violence. More individuals have come forward to contribute to Diddy's downfall. Rodney, Lil Rod Jones, Diddy's former co-worker, filed a lawsuit against him, which many believe was the breaking point for the mogul. The lawsuit revealed shocking details, including hidden cameras in Diddy's home. According to the filing, Combs has recordings of several celebrities, artists, music label executives, and athletes engaging in illegal activity. These individuals were recorded without their knowledge or consent. Jones further stated, Puff has compromising footage of every person who has attended his freak-off parties and house parties. The allegations go beyond some strange parties. According to the lawsuit, drugs and sex trafficking were involved in Diddy's freak-off parties. Additionally, Diddy's alleged drug mule was arrested at Miami airport while authorities searched his residences. Lil Rod confirmed that Diddy's connections to influential celebrities helped draw more people into his dangerous orbit. In an interview, Rodney shared, "He's very connected. It makes me nervous traveling. I change my name, mask my face, and switch outfits whenever I travel to avoid him." In a chilling remark, Jones told Rolling Stone, "He's a monster. He'll do whatever it takes to get exactly what he wants. He told me himself, 'I'll smack my mama.' Anyone who can say that, even jokingly, is a monster." The viewers are now questioning whether 50 Cent was right to warn the public about Puff. The indictment also reveals that Puff had weapons in his home, including AR-15s with defaced serial numbers, ammunition, and a drum magazine. Diddy is also accused of blackmail, allegedly keeping videos of sensitive, embarrassing, and incriminating sessions to use as leverage to ensure his victims' continued silence. Puff's legal team is fighting hard to protect him. His lawyer stated that they believe the prosecution is unjust, but Diddy has shown no resistance in cooperating with authorities. "We are disappointed with the decision to pursue what we believe is an unjust prosecution of Mr. Combs by the U.S. Attorney's Office. He is imperfect, but he is not a criminal." To his credit, Mr. Combs has been nothing but cooperative during this investigation and voluntarily relocated to New York last week in anticipation of these charges. So what's next for Diddy? After decades of accusations, countless lawsuits, and dozens of alleged victims, will this be the final chapter for Puff? Or are there more surprises yet to come? Whatever happens, one thing is certain: people will be watching. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below.